I want to start this off. Kendrick Perkins is wrong. They can win a championship with Jimmy Butler. I firmly believe that. And I actually liked Kendrick Perkins when he played for the Boston Celtics, but I actually hate Kendrick Perkins as an analyst. I think he's the definition of what's, as a news and information journalist student myself, who, yeah, I have a focus in sports media, but I'll probably go into local news and keep growing my online NBA presence until I can do that self-sufficiently while being an actual journalist to develop the skill. I think there's a lot of great former NBA players who are analysts. I think they have done tremendous jobs, but there are some like Kendrick Perkins who's, I enjoy Shannon Sharp, and I know a lot of the things he says is just to rile people up, but it's just, this is why NBA media isn't as good as NFL media, and it pisses me off, because you look at the NFL. Why is the NFL the number one league in the world, arguably, in terms of money? Because they do, first off, a great job with their media. You have, the hypothetical debates, but there are on ESPN, Fox Sports, and the NFL Network is so good. NBA TV sucks. And what you see there is they actually break down NFL and explain it to you. My dog's over there barking because she agrees with me. And that's what I'm saying is, let's just talk about the Miami Heat and why I do believe the Miami Heat can win with their current roster. I mean, there are things that they're going to have to, it's going to be tough. But again, going back to this thing, Kendrick Perkins, he doesn't break it down. You make these hard take or strong opinions, you just take this is what NBA is, takes. You just give takes. And I guess I'm giving a take right now, but F that. I'm going to go over, their payroll for next year, which their current payroll, if they keep everyone possibly on the roster, is going to be like $132.7 million. And there are so many things that they can do to improve this roster, players that they have. Also, I hope they bring back Marcus Garrett. Kyle Guy even had some minutes, but this is a team that's incredibly good at developing players, and one of the best. They don't need name guys to be good. But yeah, are there moves that they could make? Yeah, there are things that they're gonna have to do to get back and be an NBA final in the NBA finals. There are some moves that they have to make. Let's talk about them. First off, I like to entertain the idea, if John Wall gets bought out, I would do everything in my power to try to get John Wall to either sign, the mid-level exception or a biannual exception or just a vet minimum. Because imagine John Wall and Kyle Lowry. And then you also have you still will have Gabe Vincent. So Gabe Vincent, John Wall, and Kyle Lowry kind of messing with that backcourt. I like that. Even though we don't know what John Wall is, I'm still taking John Wall on a vet min or on a biannual exception or the taxpayer mid-level exception. That's like $5 million. Any version of John Wall is fine for that defense. And he's got a chip on his shoulder if you're watching it on Twitter. Then you still have Max Strus, Omer year 7. People forget about him. Caleb Martin. Okay, and I know Caleb Martin has a qualifying offer. He's going to be back. Look, Tyler Hero and Duncan. First off, Duncan Robinson's getting traded. Tyler Hero. I know they backed themselves into a corner by because they have to give Tyler Hero the same contract Duncan Robinson, even though Tyler Hero is worth a Jordan Clarkson contract. Tell me I'm wrong. Jordan Clarkson, the last 6 man of the year, is what, on a 4-year $50 million or a 3-year $50 million deal? I think it's 4-year $50 million. That's what Tyler Hero is worth. But they're gonna have to pay him Duncan Robinson money because Tyler Hero has that leverage. But they have to trade Duncan Robinson. I think if they can get another point guard to bring in with Kyle Lowry, like a John Wall, a DeLon Wright would be too, a good consolidation prize. But also, isn't it crazy they're still paying Ryan Anderson this past season? That's wild. So you look at this roster. Can we also move Udonis Haslem to an assistant coach role at this point? Come on, guys. We need the roster space. I don't know if they can keep Victor Oladipo, cool. Dwayne Dedmon, yes. So basically, next year's roster, Jimmy Butler, Bam, Kyle Lowry. I think they're going to trade Duncan Robinson, PJ Tucker. So it's going to be Jimmy Butler, Bam, Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker, Tyler Hero, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, Omer Year 7, Caleb Martin. I assume that they like Haywood Highsmith, a guy they'll draft in the draft. I think they also have a second round pick. So like 2 guys they'll draft. So right there's already 7. Then you think Marcus Garrett or Kyle Guy. I'll say Marcus Garrett comes back. That's right there 8 guys. And, they have 7 more guys to get. And if they can move Duncan Robinson, just split that contract up, I wouldn't be mad. Now, how would you split that contract up? Would you look at the Orlando Magic and be like, hey, if you send us Terrence Ross and maybe Michael Carter Williams, we'll throw you Duncan Robinson and a future protected first round pick. Michael Carter Williams would help with the point guard, and he can also play a shooting guard or small forward. And he's a decent defender. And then you also get yourself Terrence Ross, 3-and-D swingman, can play shooting guard or small forward. Not a bad deal in my opinion right there. I honestly think there could be worse deals you could make. I'm also peeling awful. All right, this is the video, guys. I love y'all. Tell me what you think of my thoughts.